Okay, if you had happened to watched my tutorial on using static collections to make your mesh mashups, you'll notice if you go back and look at that video, you'll notice that it's gone because I made some mistakes. I'm gonna fix those here. Okay, first thing I'm gonna do is I'm going to make a building. So I'm gonna collapse that and I'm gonna open up world data, location, and I think I'm just gonna type in Andrew for the Andrew Station location. And I'm going to open up the Andrew Station location. And I'm just going to click on Andrew Exterior. Now this usually takes a little while, so you just have to be patient with the kit. Okay, since it's finally decided to show up, I'm going to just close that. Now I'm going to... Oh, I don't want to move that too far. There we go. And I'm just going to zoom out here. And I'm going to want to remove I'm going to want to turn off all of my markers. So I'm going to push M to turn off all my markers. I'm going to click on one thing so I can rotate around that. And I'm going to open it up and look and see where I'm at here. Yeah, I'm going to go this way. Because I want to make a prefab of Joe Spuckies. The kit will take its sweet time pretty much doing anything. So, yeah. Push B, and that will give you your cell borders. I'm in the correct cell. It'll give your borders and quads. These blue lines are for your quads. So I want Joe Spuckies right here. This is the building that I want to make. Before I do anything, I'm going to click on the junk and the trash, and I'm going to push number 1 on the keyboard. And what that'll do is that will hide the junk and the trash. And I'm going to go through and I'm going to do that pretty much on all of the junk and trash inside. And the reason I'm doing this is because this will make my life a lot easier. And I'm going to do that with any of the equipment inside as well. And I do not need that one. And I'm going to go ahead and basically hide everything, the garbage and stuff in here, because we don't need it. We don't want it. It's not going to be... It's just going to get in the way of what we're doing. Make sure you get it all too. And all you're doing is just hiding it. You're not deleting it. You're just hiding it. And we'll go ahead and bring it all up later. Okay, so you're going to want to go ahead and click on something outside here. Everything inside is hidden, so it won't be selected. We're going to click on the Joe Spucky sign, and we're going to get in here close, and we're going to hold Control and click on the Joe Spucky's poster. And while holding Control, we're going to click the outside pieces and the roof. Now, it will only select the roof because we've hidden the garbage. And we're going to click on all of this here. And then we're going to get the side pieces, the back corner. Like that. Like that. And we're just going to basically select the whole building here. Like that. And then we'll go inside. And since we've hidden everything, pretty much everything in here, we can just go ahead and start clicking on things on the inside. Now, there may be some parts that you have to actually get into the ground because you can't hide the ground. We can fix that later. Like there's a piece underneath the ground right there that we're actually going to need. And you can't see it, but it is selected. So we're going to want to go ahead and select all the floor pieces. Like that. And we got a few more to select over here. Just like that. I see a couple more there that we need. And then one right there. So now that whole building should be selected. And what you're going to do is you hold your left Alt key and push 1, and that will unhide all the references that you had hidden. You can go ahead and scroll out, and we're going to go ahead and copy, and we're going to copy again. We're going to go down to our cell view window and go to interiors, and I had built a tutorial cell here, and I'm going to click on that, and I'm going to turn my markers back on so I can see what I'm doing. And you can see that this right here there's something missing. That's quite all right. I have a floor right here. I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to click on it, and I am going to paste that in there. And we're going to move that over that way. And while I'm here, I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to delete that because I removed it. Alright, so this is our Joe Spuckies that we just copied. And we're going to turn on our snap to grid and select it all, turn it around just because. And now we're going to go inside because I know there's probably a piece missing over here in the corner. Sure enough, there was. The easy way to do this, since you place this like this, you want to turn off your snap to grid. The easy way to do this is just to duplicate that and then move this over. And line it up just like that. And there's our Joe Spuckies. Now, there's not anything here, and if you remove these, then the ones inside get to be a problem. So we need something to cover that. That's why they put the sidewalk around it. But first, what you want to do is you want to open up, click on one of these, open this record up, and then open the edit base. And you want to check to make sure that it has the active value, workshop stackable item number 1. That means anything that's put on top of it won't fall through the floor. So that's all good. Now we have to actually do something about this here. Now what you can do is because I do believe you got a little bit of room to work with in here. If I'm not mistaken, there's a kind of a, yeah, there's kind of a lip there, but that'll be okay. What I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to select all these floor pieces. And as you can see, once again, I have another hole over here in the corner, which I have to patch up. Same way as before. And then I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to select all of these. Like this. You have to be careful. I'm just holding control, so you have to be careful when you do this, because if you double click on it by accident, it'll go just to that one piece and you have to start all over. So you got to be careful when you're doing your selections. So that's pretty good. That's what I'm looking for. Now, I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to slide over like this. I'm pretty sure that I can do this. Yeah, it's not going to look right. So I'm going to go to Control Z. Now you can go ahead and maybe there's a piece under here. Let's see. There might be a piece actually in this wall that will let me yeah, it looks like there is. Well, easy way to find out would be to move this piece over to here and see how much it sticks out here. That's actually not too bad. So we'll go ahead and remove these pieces because we're not going to need them. That's Fallout 4 developers for you. Some sloppy ass work, man. They put it up against inside the wall and then built across, and then there was this here, and they said, oh no, we need to patch this hole, and they added it in, and then they got out here and they said, oh, it's sticking out. Well, we'll just add sidewalk in to cover it up. And it's up to modders to fix it. Okay, so we got that. We could actually go ahead and reselect this stuff since we've got it very well centered, the floor centered up in here. Just to clean it up and make it look better, we're going to take and raise the floor up some, because that's just kind of a big area. We're going to go ahead and actually, there, that will work right there. We'll take a look at the outside. Everything looks good on the outside. Just like that. And there is our Joe Spuckies that we are going to add to the workshop menu. Now, the thing about it is, you can add stuff in around it. I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to save. And then I'm going to go ahead and duplicate this right now. Just like that. And I'm going to duplicate it. And I'm going to move it to the side over here because I'm going to add in some blocks. And over here in the filter, I'm going to type in foundation. And I'm going to click on all. And barn foundation preview. Can't really tell what it looks like. So we will pull that in. Barn foundation mid. Okay, that's just the foundation, the outer foundation. We actually don't want that. Residential foundations, shack wood foundations, shack mid, concrete floor mid, foundation preview. And that one has the mesh on it. Now you can actually, if you want to put the foundation on it, that's fine. You don't have to. You can basically build it up from this point any way you want to do it. I'm going to add something to this just because I do want a foundation. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to use mid-floor foundation preview. Yeah, I'm going to use the shack mid-floor foundation. And I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to stick this in here. Oh, delete that. Because I actually want to turn that on. I'm going to stick this in here because I want that to be, I want it to have like a porch because I'm going to add some stairs to it. Just like that. And I'm going to duplicate that. And I'm going to bring that over to there. I'm going to duplicate that. And I'm going to bring that one over to there. So now it should be fairly well centered. Turn that off. Since I'm going to be putting this in one of my settlements, and what that'll do is give you more underneath to work with, because finding flat areas in settlements where grass isn't going to be sticking up through your floors and stuff, well, you know how that works out. Now we're going to want to put some stairs on this. And I want this one. Preview. No. Well, no. And these are the brick. I don't want the brick. I want the preview. That's the one I'm looking for. I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to stick that in right there. I'm going to turn that around, pull that out. I'm going to drop that down, pull it out. Drop it down a little more to right about there. Like that. And I'm going to go ahead and center that up. That looks good. So that is our basic setup that we're going to do. Now we're going to actually make the mesh mashup for it. So we're going to go ahead and we're going to select all of that, and we're going to duplicate that again, and we're going to move that to the side. Now the last thing we need to do is hold control and click on an object, especially if it's a building. If there's stairs, click on like these stairs. What's going to happen is that is going to be where the NIF node lays down, the beginning of it, so that the building will render behind that, and you won't run into it with it being right on top of you. So we're going to fix that. We're going to hold control. We're going to unselect the stairs. We're going to reselect the stairs. We're going to right click, and we're going to make a static collection. And we're going to name this one 0002 underscore Joe Spucky 01, and then put an SC after it so that I know that it is a static collection. And then I'm going to object one, we're going to make that a prefabs. Okay. Now we'll, in our filter, we'll type in 000. Now you can actually, I do believe you can actually just use the static collection that you've created and put that into your workshop. I'm not 100% completely certain about that, but we're going to do it this way because I am certain this works. So we'll go back up and we should see our static collection for Joe Spuckies. Right here. And we're going to open that up. And that's good. We're actually going to choose the stairs for the object data. And don't click out of it, because if you click out of it, what will happen is that it'll go back to the billboard. So we're going to recreate NIF data, and the easiest way to do this when you recreate it is check your time. 2:55. Okay. And wrong folder. I'm going to open up my Fallout 4 folder. I'm going to go to data. I'm going to go to meshes, and there is an SCOL folder. If it isn't there, go ahead and make it and open that up. And tutorial example 2:55. Right, and we're going to copy that. And we're going to go back to meshes, and I got a tutorial example folder here. I'm going to paste that in right there. And I'm going to rename this to Joe Spucky 01. Joe Spucky 01. That's fine. And I'm just going to push OK. And I'm going to save it. Now let's take a look at that. Let's take a look at that mesh. So I'm going to go ahead and open this up in NIF scope. And there it is right there. Now there's not any snap points for doors and stuff. If you want a door, you'll have to add your snap points in. That I think will be a different tutorial. And I can see right now that I forgot to do something that I wanted to do that I forgot. Okay, we're going to go ahead and we're going to delete that, because we're going to go ahead and delete that one. I wanted to add windows in to my Joe Spuckies. Don't know what the red border around everything is for. Have no clue. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to choose glass. And I'm going to look down here. Now, this is probably a good one. Diamond City Glass 6. Add that in there. Turn that around. That's way too big. And it could stand to go a little. Just like that. And since I have my snap to angle on, that works really well for me. I'm going to go ahead and make it a little bit bigger. So that I can move this up. And that looks pretty good. I'm going to duplicate that. And then I'm going to move this right across. And I'm going to duplicate that again. I'm going to put this window in the front right here. And that will give us glass in our windows. Okay. Now, if you've done... Oh. Why is that still holding on to that? Let's try that again, shall we? We'll do it from inside there. Yeah. Because I want it to be just like the other ones. There we go. Okay, now if you've done it like I did it and messed up, that's not really that big of a deal. That's why I copy the original like this and duplicate it and move it over. And I'm going to go ahead and same thing, hold control, click out of that. It actually helps if you get in close like this. For some reason, I don't know why, when you do the static collections, the view of it is very important. So we're going to go ahead and make a new static collection. And we're going to call this one 000 to Joe Spucky 02 SC. And same thing, prefabs. All right. Now we are going to go to our, clear our filter out and go to 000. This is by far the longest part of the video. Okay. Go up here. Joe Spucky's, open that up. Billboard, no. Block stairs, yes. And time is 3:03. Okay. And we'll open up our folder here. Go to meshes. Go to this. The SCOL. Go to this. And that is our original copy. Go to meshes. Go to tutorial example. We'll paste that in there just like that. And we're going to rename that to Joe Spucky 01. Just like that. All right. And we'll push OK on that. And this is, since this is the static collection, we are not going to need that. Not at all. So now you need to make your own static object for it. Don't use anything like I had been making all this stuff here for other things. Don't use anything that you've converted from a miscellaneous object. It's not a good idea. So I'm going to use this one because I know this is this here, and I'm going to rename this to toot underscore Joe Spucky 01. And I'm going to name this because I'm going to make a constructible object. Joe Spuckies. That's fine. Open this up. Click on edit. And go to wherever you stored your NIF. And that is this one right here. Takes a second. Okay. Okay. Change ID. Yes. Let it do its thing. All right. It's done its thing. So we'll go down here. Open this record up. And you're going to want to click on actor values and new. And first thing you want is workshop stackable item. And you want to put that on there with a value of 1. I know that the floors in there had it already, but this is a whole new static object. So we're going to add another one. Workshop anything. Oops. Spelling. Anything is ground. Yes. Okay. With a value of 1. Okay. And go ahead and drag that into your window. And there is your Joe Spuckies. And for some reason, that wall is not the same as the rest of them. Don't know why. It's like that on the original too. Well, let's look at that. Copy. You may want to... I might have to do this over a third time. So... base metal wall preview. No, I guess that's... May have to do a... Okay, we may have to do a material swap to get it to look right. And I noticed that the outside, it's like that all the way around the back and everything. Okay, let's look at this one. Win A, open this up, open this up. Wall tile red and black. Okay. Cancel. Open this up. Open this up. Wall tile. Right, see this right here doesn't have the same thing here. So what we're going to want to do, and that is the metal panels right there. So I'm pretty sure that there is a, I'm going to have to do a material swap if I want it to all look right. But I'm pretty sure that it looks like that in game, so I'm going to go with it, man. Looks fine to me. Now you can actually do a material swap to change it so that it has the red and black panels all the way around it if you want to. But if you do that, you're gonna have to make your own records for it to change it. Otherwise, it changes it in the game. All right, so we've got our building made. Now we're gonna actually make our bar.